Good afternoon, welcome to what we now call West Media, as this will go out in a number of different platforms. I'm with the assistant coach, Warren. It was a 3-2 defeat today. I don't think that tells the full story. It's a pre-season game, but maybe just want to talk us through a little bit what happened and from a management perspective, how you set it up today.
Yeah, I think, first of all, we don't get sort of excited or carried away. We didn't on Tuesday night when we won 1-0. So I don't think a narrow defeat, we get excited the other way. It's pre-season. We've made, 10 changes at half time. We just left the goalkeeper in. So we've been working on a lot of things in pre-season regarding keeping the ball, switching play, which I think we did well in the first half.
Yes, absolutely.
The second half, in fairness to the lads, they've waited around for 45 minutes. They've had a rush warm-up and rushed instructions. And it's gone on and it just looked like we'd lost a bit of impetus. They kept most of their same team, and although you think, they've gone to tire more, I think they just had that little bit of they sort of gelled in the first half, and they just carried on from there, and they overrun us a little bit.
I certainly saw. I didn't think we started that quickly, but then I think once we found our stride in the first half, because I'd rather focus in the first half to be honest. Because I think the second half for MD watching was it felt like a pre-season. I didn't think the first half felt pre-season.
Yeah.
The first half certainly did. So, as watching as a fan, I was quite liking to see that. I think some of the stuff you're doing over there in the training pitch, you're starting to see it out there.
Yeah, and that's all we're asking the lads. We're asking them, the stuff we're working on, you've got to implement it in matches, which we did in the first half. And like you say, they set off very well. They're a good side. They've been together a year. They've made good additions and know quite a few of their players. Dave's a great manager, young manager, played at a high standard, good player, and knows his stuff around his football. So we knew there were good football inside. But as the game got on to 15 minutes plus, I thought we got more on top, and we created a lot of chances. Yeah. I think Jordan had a free header from 6 yards out, put it over. Danny had an header and put it over. We're creating chances and just not quite finishing it off.
The woodwork as well.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it didn't help when the captain can't knock in an easy chance in the second half.
Yeah.
If you think he's getting away with that, not a chance.
I'll let you tell him that.
Oh no, I've already told him. He's getting slaughtered.
Yeah.
Now, this is where we are. In terms of, we're working with a squad at the moment, there's 22, 23 guys.
Yeah.
Where do you see numbers-wise being the sort of number you want to move forward with after this pre-season process is finished?
Well, obviously, there's going to have to be cuts. And it's going to be tough because we've got 22, 23, 24 with lads who are on holiday, quality players, and that's our job, to assess and to cut the playing squad down to 16 to 20 lads, really, core lads. We might have to bring a couple in, might have to release more than we think because they're not good enough, or we see that we've got too many players in so many positions, so it's going well. We've just got to improve every week. And I think Brad said at the end of the game, the second half let the first half down, because the first half we was very happy with.
Yes, very much so.
Take the goal away from it. The performance was good, and the finish by Ash was, top draw. He's not half struck it, and the keeper had no chance. We've had 2 one-on-ones in the second half, and I think, if you want to win football matches, you have to take one of those.
One of those, aye.
One of those has to go in.
Exactly.
And
the captain's mainly, I would think.
Yeah, the captain's mainly. Yeah. But there's positives and there's things to work on. If we was here today and we'd had an absolute great day and it was 5-0, the fans would go unhappy. But we might not have anything to work on.
I get that.
We've seen now that we've got weaknesses and we need to work on that. And to be fair to the lads, they've worked their socks off, and everything we've said and everything we've tried to implement with them, they've all bought into that, and they're all trying their utmost. There's no slackers up there on the Tuesday night.
When do you think, we've got 2 games this week, we've got a game on Tuesday night,
Friday night
and Friday night.
Yeah.
Would you say that by Friday you would like to think you're going to be the course, we'll call it the 16?
Yeah.
Would you like to think by Friday?
I don't think so, because things can happen. Lads can get injured. We've got lads, at this level of football, it's not you might think, oh, such a body's playing in the centre of midfield, and he might be on holiday for the first 2 weeks of the season.
Right, got you.
So, you can't discount lads, but there is going to have to be a cull, if as coarse as that sounds, but you can't carry 25 lads.
No, exactly.
And lads of that quality will walk into other sides.
I would say as a fan, what I'm happy with is that I can see there's a plan.
Yeah, we've got a plan.
And that's why I was maybe pushing you a little bit on those things, because I know that I'm not asking a question that you're going to go, he's just asked me that. We've never talked about this.
Yeah.
I know you've got that coming. Yeah. Where I think we are at the moment is a nice place to be.
Yeah.
And just to say, if people that weren't here today, as I say, we've got a game on Friday night. Again, BBC weather says it's going to be a good night. Perfect way to start your weekend. A couple of pints watching the game. And same again, it was entertaining today.
Yeah.
Even the second half, entertaining for a different reason.
Yeah.
In fairness.
Yeah.
The first half, but I think we're starting to see where we want to be.
Yeah.
In terms of bringing people in, and again, I don't want to hold it. Is there a couple of positions that you're still thinking you don't have enough cover for?
Yeah, I mean, we'll always strive for perfection, and we've got lads in all places. But what we will always say is, if a player becomes available and we fancy him, we'll do everything to get him.
Yeah.
And we're not coming here this season to make the numbers up.
No.
We want to be as good as we can and push as high up that league table as we can. And if a top striker comes available,
no, we're not. We can drop that as high as we can. Okay. Okay. I'm just letting you know.
Not getting away with that one.
I'm telling you, we're not letting away. We have an expectation here, right? So don't you be going, no.
What's that term?
Exactly. You've got to go back up. We've got to go back up.
Obviously.
But that said, as long as we can see, if we miss it because...
Yeah, Brad, myself and Rob, we're winners. We're going for top place, and we'll strive as hard as we can. No, but we'll strive as hard as we can. But if somebody's better than us,
that's it.
And we lose, we can take that on the chin. But today, although Ashton are a very good side and organised, I think we should have finished that game off from the position we was in at the end of the first half. All fairness to them, 3 good finishes, and we've missed ours.
Indeed. Listen, fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Listen,
cheers.
We'll have none of that high up the league nonsense again, okay?
I'm not getting away with that.
Not a chance.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.